Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about how being a smart kid is a curse. Being the gifted kid, being the child that every single parent wants their child to be or to follow, to be their role model, is more of a curse than a blessing, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay, so the first reason is when you're the smart kid. Hmm, okay, so basically, let's go through a timeline of how the smart kid thing works. So basically, you're in first grade, you're in second grade, you're in third grade, you're in fourth grade, you're in fifth grade. Up until then, you rely more on your natural intellect, your natural smartness to get through school. So you don't need to study as much as your peers. You don't need to grind as much as your classmates, your friends, your student mates. And then people are like, oh, how do you play all the time and still get good grades? It's because of you have your natural intellect and you're smart then. And then because of that, you've not you've not gathered the required skills by the average for the that the average person needs to get good grades, to do well in school. And then when you get to higher grades like grade 11, grade 12, university, you struggle to catch up. You struggle to get good grades because you have not been able to get the skills that you require to read, to study, to pass exams, to grind through because you've been raw dogging it. You've had the natural intellect to just breeze through school your entire life. Yeah, that's the first reason that it's a course. The second reason it's a course is that people have people have unreal expectations on you. So the analogy I'm going to use here is the analogy of building a mansion and building like a regular house. So basically, because you're the smart kid, people expect you to be the one that builds a mansion, for you to be the one that builds the best building possible, the finest mansion with decorations, with a pool, you know. While the average person is expected to, just build a normal house out of wood or something like that. So that people expect you to build a mansion. And the thing about building a mansion is you need more resources. You need way more resources, way more money, way more materials, way more investment, way more capital, way more laborers to build that mansion. So technically, it's easier for the regular person to build an average house than for you to build a mansion. So basically, what ends up happening is your mansion ends up being incomplete because people expect you to build a mansion, and if you fail to live up to those expectations, like you lose your sense of identity, you lose your self-worth, and the way people just look at you, the way people see you is just completely different from who you really are. People really see you as a tool. People will be like, oh, you're an unfulfilled potential because that's what they think of you. So let's say, oh, you build a mansion right now and you end up like halfway. People will be like, oh, people will treat you worse than the average person that just built a normal house, because you're gonna be like, oh, this person is average. Like he did his best with the assets, with the ability he could. Why will you couldn't do that? And the final thing is you're gonna overthink, you're gonna hate yourself because of that, because of the expectations people put on you. You're gonna hate yourself, bro. And you're gonna have an unreal ego too with yourself. You wouldn't be able to be humble. You wouldn't be able to accept that, oh, it was a possibility for you to fail. And I'm a perfect example of that. Before, like all throughout my life, I think I'd only failed an exam once. So I thought I was invincible. I'm like, oh, even if I don't study, the lowest I'll get is like a 70%. And I had that mindset coming to university that, oh, if I didn't study, like no matter what, I'm going to get at least a 70 or an 80%. And then university exams come and I couldn't, like, yeah, now that's the end. Like I actually ended up with possibly one of the worst GPAs ever. And if people from real life, from my life, know that I got a GPA that was that low, like how they saw me would be a completely different person than who I am. So, such a painful thing. So, anyways, that's the problem. So, how do we solve this expectation, this this desire, this problem that we have? And there are two ways you could do it. Either you live up to your expectations or the expectations people have set upon you. That means getting the best grades, the best, making the most money, getting the best jobs, getting the best everything, which in my opinion is harder to do than the next one. And the next point is you need to lower your expectations. You need to accept that, oh, I'm just a normal human being. I'm not smart. I'm down bad. I literally can't get good grades. I just can't get a W. So the more you lower your expectations, the more confident you get because you could achieve those low expectations. If you had very high expectations for yourself, like, oh, I'm gonna get an A plus, and you fail to get it, you're gonna feel depressed, you're gonna feel sad, you're gonna be but let's say if your expectations were like, oh, I'm gonna get 70 and you got like a 72, like you'd be more fulfilled with yourself and you feel more confident, like, oh, next time I could do better. So that's the mindset you should have. Like, lose your ego. And that's what I'm in the process of doing now. Like, I just have to accept that, like, I'm just a normal person. Like, I'm not gonna get everything in life so easy, because I'm not gonna lie, I've been a very lucky person. Like, if all my life has ended up now has been due to luck. And I just want to work on that, to be better, to yeah, I need to be humble first so I can achieve the goals that I want. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today. Yeah, if you want, you should feel free to subscribe and like, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.